I was going to start the video by saying if you go and you ask a group of gamers, but then I realized that the gamer identity is dead. There is no such thing anymore because everybody is playing video games. It's very difficult to find a person that doesn't. It's kind of like people who watch TV, like almost everyone does, or people who read, like almost everyone has read the book, right? And it's the same with gaming now. Like almost everyone does it. So I can't really say if you ask a group of gamers. So I will say if you ask a group of normal people if building a PC is difficult, most of them are going to straight up laugh in your face. But then you can actually ask a game journalist, and you'll get a completely different opinion based on what the Sony executive is saying. So the Sony CEO says that PCs are difficult to set up. Now, the journalist says, well, maybe you're difficult to set up, buddy. And I was like, wow, holy shit. Is PC Gamer actually taking the side of the customers? Like, are they going to finally tell a big corporation CEO to fuck off because they're spewing nonsense? But then as you read the article, you get to see that they're saying, it is with great frustration that I, as someone with nary a console in sight, must grit my teeth and admit, yeah, it is somewhat true. PCs are difficult to set up from scratch. Either you shell out nonsense amount of prefab, or you engage in the world's most stressful version of Lego set. This is a game journalist. You know what I think? That if you could actually go into a classroom with 13-year-olds and you give them a homework assignment to build a computer from scratch, I think the overwhelming amount of them are going to be successful. In fact, no, actually, you know what? I think all of them are going to be successful. Like, building a PC is not something difficult. It used to be back in the 90s. Sure, you know, like when most people didn't know what a PC is or how it functions, and you'd go to a person that never seen one before and you'd ask them, hey, you need to build a PC. Okay, yeah, it was difficult. And by the way, installing Windows as well. Like, I remember Windows came on like 30 or 40 floppy disks. And, you know, it was kind of intuitive. It's like, please insert this one, please insert this too. But, like, if diskette number 13 was corrupted, then you had to figure out how to fix that issue. So, yeah, it was a little bit difficult then. It was challenging, but it wasn't like being a mechanic and popping the hood open of a car, if you know what I mean. It was still intuitive even back then. But now in 2024, you literally have YouTube tutorials that you can watch on how to build a PC. Like, and most of the things, it's like, if it slots there, then it's good. If it doesn't slot there, then it doesn't belong there. There is like no... back then you had like on the power source, you had like 230 volts and you could flip it up and it was like 320 or some shit, and you could literally just fry your power source. I don't even know why they made that button available. But basically you could somehow fuck it up back then. There is almost no way you can fuck it up now. Again, there are tutorials. Like, what is this nonsense? It's difficult to build up a PC. No, it's not. Unless you're the guy, what was it, Ars Technica? No, it wasn't Ars Technica. It was The Verge, I think. They had a guy that also tried to build a PC. The video was incredibly high quality. Like, it was very well made. However, it was a miracle that the PC even ran. So you have, like, YouTube videos with two guys in a garage managed to do what a multi-million-dollar corporation is incapable of doing, but, you know, the two guys in the garage do not have the production value, and they do not have the algorithm on their side. Meanwhile, the authoritative sources that are working in the media do have the production value, but the quality of the content is not there. Yeah, it's difficult to fucking set up. This is coming from the CEO of a console company that is incapable of making exclusives and is doing such horrible PR. Like they are so disconnected from the market that you have gamers boycotting a game they love just so that they don't make a free PlayStation account. Like, the gamers despise this company so much, it is unbelievable, right? And who's to blame? Well, usually you would blame the CEO because he is the face of the company. So when you have a game called Helldivers, and everyone likes it. It's very popular, but then Helldivers go, yeah, actually, we need you to create a PlayStation Network account, even if you're PC, because we want to moderate you guys better. We want to apply Sony's morality to your asses. And everyone goes like, no, fuck that shit. Not only are we not going to make a PlayStation Network account, but we're going to invest time to go and give you a negative review, to refund the game, to give you bad publicity just because you are forcing us to make a free PlayStation account. Like, this is the level of conversation we're at. This is how hated Sony is. It's not like, oh my god, it's because people find it difficult to make a PC, you know, like, that's why they should buy a PlayStation. So in other words, like, morons. Like, absolute morons should buy a PlayStation. Is that what the CEO is saying? Like, if you're incapable of making a PC, if your brain isn't smart enough to figure out how, then maybe you're a console player. I don't know if this is the brand that you want to go with, buddy. I don't know if this is how you want to sell your product, man. Okay. And then, you know, you buy the PlayStation. What are the advantages? You have no exclusives. Well, actually, you do have Bloodborne, I guess. But even Sony is now, like, moving their games towards the PC. So, like, yeah, sure, you can buy the game on the PlayStation Network, but you can also make a PlayStation Network account and play it from the PC. There's the only reason why you would buy a PlayStation is like a jewelry, like an accessory. It looks good next to the TV, right? Like, it looks high-tech, it looks nice, so that when someone comes into your home, it's like another painting. It's like another piece of the decor. That it is expensive. Don't get me wrong. It is an expensive painting, a $500 worth of painting. But still, I guess that's the only way. You know, it's kind of like buying a Rolex or a watch. Like, you don't buy a watch because you need to tell the time. You got a smartphone for that. You get a watch because it looks good. It's like, again, it's another piece of jewelry for men, I suppose, right? Because, like, if you're a lady, then you can buy other things. You don't need to buy a watch. You can buy earrings. You can buy a necklace. As a man, you can't do that, so you're going to buy, like, something that men wear, which are watches. So, yeah, I'm not surprised that the journalist is taking the side of the CEO. And in the beginning, they were like, well, actually, you know, it's not that difficult. But then when you actually read the article, it says, it is with great frustration that I admit it's very difficult. And here's another thing, right? Oh, by the way, and then there's the updates, the weird operating system feature, the kernel-level anti-cheat and the nouveau. It's insane. It's insane. The game journalists are literally the PR team of Sony. Like, if Sony was to hire people to promote their products, I don't think they can do a better job than PC Gamer. Yeah, de nouveau is the problem. Sure, buddy. Sure. It's not the fact that Sony has AI that actually listens in to your conversation. So, like, if you're playing with a couple of friends and you're using voice chat, Sony can actually listen into that? No. That's not an invasion of privacy. No, of course not. Or the fact that, you know, we noticed this with Concord. Like, they actually deleted Concord from people's machines. Now, I get it, you know, like, if Concord gets taken down and it's a multiplayer-only game, you can't access it and you can't play it anyway. That's fair enough, but, like, why is Sony deleting stuff from people's machines? Like, the fact that they can is the fact that bewilders me. Like, they should not do that. They should never delete something from your machine. If you buy a PC, they can't do that shit. If you want to talk about the Juve and other stuff. And, you know, like, if you buy prefab, like let's say you want to buy a computer that's prefab, I get it, it's expensive. A lot of people don't want it, but you know what you can do? You can also buy the parts, and then you can pay someone to build the PC if you're incapable, or, you know, like, maybe you don't have time. Like, that's another thing. Like, maybe you don't have time to build your own PC. That's fair enough. Again, you can pay someone to do it for you. You can pay someone to build a PC. Oh, you don't know what parts to buy? That's fine. You have ChatGPT now. You have AI. Like, it's 2024. You can literally ask ChatGPT, browse the internet and tell me which are the best parts for a PC that I should get having this amount of cash. Assuming that you have no friends, that you have absolutely no one. You have, like, no one on Discord. You have no one on Twitter that you can talk to. There are still ways around it. There is absolutely no reason that you should buy a PS5, except if you want a piece of jewelry. Let me know what you guys think, and as usual, I will see you in the comment section. Take care.